Hey everybody, welcome back. This is part two of this behind the scenes video of doing the print of Kane from the WWE. So if you missed video one, please go back and check it out. For right now, I think the majority of the cleanup is done. I just missed a couple pieces here and there. Just going to fill it in with some red. Just for me to make sure it is complete and we can get to some cooler stuff. So it's boring cleanup. So the first video is just showcasing what I'll be doing. This video, we're going to get to the good stuff. So yes, you can see compared to the first video, a lot of this white stuff was all out of the way and all taken care of. So that is all done. So now what I'm going to be working on is some of the background just to give it some extra oomph, some more character. One of the other parts of the first video was that I did this overlay piece with orange to kind of give it this extra oomph of color. So I'll actually show you that. So that's what I've decided on, give it a little bit more like this fiery light and this glow to it. So I'm going to keep it like this, but I'm not going to do it right now. I think I'm going to keep it back here for the next little bit, just so that's kind of out of the way. Alright, so we're going to work on the background layer, because that's where we're going to put, some extra character and some cool looking stuff. So we're going to take some of the red that we had. Yeah, I like that red way better. A little more oomph. And we're going to do a little bit of like this scratchy, crazy looking hatch job that we have. So I have some different options here on the one side. Got some cross hatches. I'm going to do this tone scrape. I'm going to see what it will look like. I'm going to put an add glow to it. I'm just playing around just to see what this stuff will look like. Yeah, like that looks super cool. So what I'm going to do, yeah, that looks kind of kick-ass. So that's just a large, and we're going to drop it down. I'm just going to make the kind of like this halo effect. Make it look like he's on fire. It just looks super, super creepy. Almost kind of looks like an 80s kind of feel to it. So put that completely around the back of him. So he has that look and glow, so you can see some of that. And then just thinking about it, just looking at it, not digging it as much. So what we're going to do, we're just going to go back in. Actually, let's go back in. I'm going to take this out, grab this color again, take a giant marker, just go through, take it all out. It look cool at the front, but then, this is how artists work. Like they trial and error, go back in, may not look as good, so start over. So my whole idea is I want to have something that looks cool in the background, just to kind of make him look a little, almost make him stand out. So I might go back up to, I like this. Yeah, I don't like that. So trial and error. Just gonna undo until I get to the very bottom. Yeah, that looks done to me. Let's try another hatch. Yeah, that doesn't work for me either. So I'm starting to think maybe he doesn't need some sort of a glow underneath. And you just go straight into doing some cool looking stuff. So let's just do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a bright red. I'm going to take a super dark red. We're going to do kind of like a gradient layer on here. So we're going to start from right around his chest, and we're going to expand it all the way. And that looks a little bit better. Don't like the way it did. It worked, so I'm just going to put on a no repeat. Yeah, that's looking pretty kick-ass. That's looking super cool now. So yeah, so I dig that. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to add another layer. I'm going to put it right above the background. And I'm going to find, and same thing with this, I'm going to find a natural thing. And we're going to try some fire. So we're going to put in an orange. And I'm going to do it with a little bit of a glow. We're going to jump it all the way to the very, very tippy top. And we're just going to see what it looks like. And none of it's working. Of course. Okay, so something's up with that. So none of it's working. Okay, so it goes right on top of that. Don't know why it's not working. Maybe because it's on a glow dot. So we'll just do it like this. There we go. There's our fire. So that's what it would look like just normally. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go all the way back up. A little bit of flames here and there, yeah. Look a little bit cooler now. So I'm actually going to take the layer and I'm going to make it a glow dodge. Oh, that makes it look really crazy. I'm just going to see what we can come up with. That makes it look a little more menacing. So as you can see with normal, it's just straight orange. Into this add glow, there's a little bit of like a red fire to it. And what we're going to do, we're just going to punch it down, the opacity. Yeah, look at that. I'm starting to make it look a little bit creepier. So what I'm going to try, I'm going to add a little bit of a yellow. It's closer to orange. I'm just going to add it right on top. Yeah, really doesn't do a whole bunch of difference. But it looks really cool against that gradient that we have. So I like it. I dig it. I think it looks cool. There's something around here that's not doing it for me. So we're going to go back into him. Actually, let's see what it looks like first with the orange. Okay, that's starting to look kind of cool. I'm going to drop the opacity a little bit. Oh, no, not on him, on this guy. So it's a wee bit more, because this looks okay, but I kind of like it with a little extra glow. So it makes the whites not so white. Yeah, like right around there, 68% opacity. So it has a little bit of orange instead of going all the way orange, and it's just orange and red. And it kind of blends in. Whereas like around the 60 mark, it's a little bit orange, but not so much. There we go. 74. Let's do it 74. What I'm gonna do, I'm actually going to erase the orange that I have right around his eye. And go back in there with some white. I'm going to use a airbrush, shrink it down, and go in and glow his eye. Yeah, sort of look a little, you can see like his eye right there in the layer. So what we're going to do, I'm going to get rid of the orange for now. I'm going to go in, I'm going to actually punch up his hair and give it a little bit of, just a little bit of extra color to it. So I'm going to shift, I'm just going to keep on capturing as much chunks of hair as I can, especially of just the white. Some of this other big chunks of white is actually just the shine of his mask, so I'm just grabbing the stuff that looks like the strands of hair. And see if this will work. Like I said, if you hear me say hopefully this will work, a lot of this is just me doing trial and error, just to play around, just to see what you guys think. And I hope it doesn't affect the black that's in here already. Try not to mess with the costume as much, because I like to have the white be white and the stuff that's his hair. I'm gonna make it just a wee bit of brown. Alright. This big strand right there. And if you're wondering, maybe it's like, oh, I'm not, like, why did I choose Kane? Of all the people that I could have had, I had a lot of different sketches of some of these guys. So why did I choose Kane? First of all, he's probably one of the cooler looking designs of characters that there is and that I have actually drawn. B, it's also one of the better of the sketches that I've drawn, and that he is very recognizable. So I wanted to do a character that we all recognize, that who are fans would recognize a character, and plus he actually had one of the better runs in the Royal Rumble not too long ago. Actually, we'll do this. So I thought he would be a really cool addition. Alright, so I'm actually going to do this in a separate layer. Brown, what I have, and I'm going to put this into multiply. Oof, that didn't work. Let's just see. Okay. Let's punch the orange in. Not digging it as much. I kind of like it with the white. So I'm gonna get rid of that layer. All that work for nothing. But I like the way it looks right now. So we're gonna keep that going. All right. So I'm going to take this, the background selection. So the whole thing will now become highlighted. I'm just gonna put a new layer down. Just gonna put a mask on it. And we're going to try another version of a halo underneath Kane. Actually, I have a better idea. Instead of just using the background of the one, we're going to get rid of it, delete, take this selection from layer, we're going to create the selection. This will highlight everything that is actually of Kane. And then we're going to invert it. So everything on the outside of Kane is going to be selected. Get a new layer, going to put it over top, and we're going to take the mask. So now everything that's white in this little section is stuff that I can actually play with. I think is how I remember doing it. So we're just going to do a quick touch just to see, and it works. And so then I'm going to take that same thing, and we're just going to go like this. And then you can see it doesn't actually touch anything on Kane himself. Just the part that's white here. You can see the little outline of him sitting there. I'm going to get rid of that. So all we're going to do, I'm just going to get a paintbrush. I'm going to try this tone color. I'm going to try a red. See what red looks like behind him. I'm going to get rid of this add glow. I'm going to try and maybe find something that might... Actually, you know what? I'm going to do normal. Let's just see what it looks like first. So that's what normal looks like. You can barely see anything. So we'll get rid of that. We're going to try with an add glow. Nothing shows up. Okay, so we know how that looks. What does a white burn look like? Nothing. Let's do a color burn. Not a damn thing. Okay. Linear burn? Okay, that's a little bit better. Yeah, let's see how there's a little bit of a halo effect coming around him. And we can drop the opacity a little bit. Yeah, see? So it highlights it, but it's not going to be so big and damaging. So I'm going to jump it up a little bit. Yeah. Make it look like it's kind of like embers floating around them. So I'm going to put the bigger stuff first. So it looks a little bit more random and menacing. And then I'm going to shave it back down and just color it in a little bit thicker, closer to him. As you can see, it's not affecting anything on him. And I'm just going to try something else. I'm going to try that hatching one more time. Yeah, that's starting to look a little bit cooler. See, a lot of this stuff is just trial and error. Just seeing what you kind of like and just slapping it on the page to see if it works for you. Like the fire in the background, like we can even just go in. We can pump it up just a smidge. Like it doesn't do a whole hell of a lot. You can even change some of the... Do soft light, you can bring it all the way up. Play around with this. Like, look at that. That looks crazy. You can punch it back down. You can put it all the way off, and then you can just have that. That kind of looks cool too. So yeah. So don't be afraid if you're watching this and you want to be an artist yourself. Like, don't be afraid to try different things. Just give it a shot. Like, you know, I'm quasi-professional. I just like to play around with this stuff and see what works and play. You know, like, dude, you can even do like a black fire kind of thing. That'd be like kind of crazy. Actually, I might. Who knows? I mean, that might be. And this is lighting. Lighting looks like it's actual flames. Punch it back down, or we keep it like that. We don't really get to see much of the background. Screen doesn't look much different. The glow dodge and glow dodge and color dodge looked about the same. The ads, add glow, overlay, kind of looks like what we already had. Soft light, hard light, difference. If you want to do green, kind of doesn't look too bad. But I think, where'd that one go? That kind of looks cool. You know what? I think this might be the one. How about we do it with this one? The black fire over Kane with the whole hatching stuff. So I think I'm going to keep it like this. So what I'm going to do, take this little image. This is actually what I use to do the Patreon cards if you're a $15 backer. I'm going to take, see if I can file copy. Go back in. I'm going to put pastes and see where that shows up. So that shows up that little guy right there. Let's put it at the very top. I'm going to lasso this guy with the rectangle. And I'm going to spin him around. Move him into the corner. Boost him up just a smidge. Apply transfer, yes. Take that, and then I'm going to selection from layer. It's going to select that whole shebang. It's going to go in. You can see where I'm going with it. And we're just going to fill it in with red. Just going to do just a quick erase of some of the junk that came with it. Shorten that out a bit. This might be a longer video, but you got to see a lot more cooler stuff in the process. So if this takes a little bit too long for you guys, I'm sorry. I'm still trying to learn the best way to do all this stuff. Yeah, that's gonna look kick-ass. Alright, but I'm going to drop the opacity on this. Actually, I might even just make a multiply. Nope, that ain't gonna work. So yeah, we'll drop the opacity. Oh, that's kind of cool. Track, no. Linear burn, no. Darken, no. Color burn, no. Soft light. No, you can kind of see the soft light. No, it just blends into the back. Yeah, that looks cool. So that, my friends, is your new print. You'll be getting this a little bit later this week, so I hope you like it. Hope you enjoyed watching the video and seeing the process of what one of these things comes about. Please tell your friends about this if they're big wrestling fans. Tell them that you get a whole bunch of this kind of cool stuff on my Patreon for a very low price. So please spread the word, let people know what's going on. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Just go into radpencils.com and it'll have the majority of the links there. Or just Google it, Rad Pencils, Roberto Duke. It should have everything set up already. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being a Patreon backer, and we will talk to you guys soon.